This is Rory, live from London studio. Earlier this month, US President Donald Trump invoked the Home Rule Act and brought the Washington, D.C. Police Department under direct federal control. After Washington, Trump on Thursday hinted at a possible takeover of Chicago, saying that the people are desperate for him to stop the crime. Calling Chicago a mess, Trump said last week that he would straighten that one out probably next. Earlier this month, Trump not only invoked the Home Rule Act, but also deployed the National Guard in the Capitol. Now, the president has said, Governor Pritzker had 6 murders in Chicago this weekend. 20 people were shot, but he doesn't want to ask me for help. Can this be possible? The people are desperate for me to stop the crime, something the Democrats aren't capable of doing. Stay tuned. President DJT. Last week as well, Trump signalled he had his eyes set on Chicago. Chicago's a mess. You have an incompetent mayor. Grossly incompetent. And we'll straighten that one out probably next. That'll be our next one after this. And it won't even be tough. The move is linked to the president's broader crackdown on crime, illegal immigration and homelessness. Reports suggest it could involve mobilising at least a few thousand members of the National Guard as soon as September. After Trump's earlier threats to deploy National Guard troops and ICE agents into Chicago, Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker said the president lacked the legal authority. However, Pritzker and Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson are reportedly discussing measures to block a federal deployment, a move already underway in Los Angeles and Washington, according to Reuters. Chicago, the US's third largest city, has already begun preparations for a possible takeover amid Trump's escalating rhetoric. Pritzker and Johnson's offices are said to be in close coordination. Meanwhile, Illinois Attorney General Kwame Raoul announced he is preparing a legal strategy in case troops are sent to Chicago. Chicago Police Superintendent Larry Snelling said at a press conference that city officers would not cooperate with federal law enforcement, but also would not interfere. We know people are living in fear, Snelling said. Working with ICE does nothing to help those relationships. In fact, it hurts. We're not going to ask for anyone's immigration status. We don't care. We're going to continue standing up for the people of our city to make sure they're safe. Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook has instituted a lawsuit against Donald Trump for firing her from the US Central Bank's Board of Governors after being named the only governor on Trump's board. Cook states that she was illegally dismissed from her position and that she should continue as one of the Fed's senior executives. In the lawsuit, Cook claims to be shielded from arbitrary removal by being protected by the Federal Reserve Act. The protection prevents arbitrary removal from the Federal Reserve. While respected, this independence serves to protect the Fed from politically motivated influence and action. Cook contends that Trump's action contravenes existing law and undermines the Fed's independence, which analysts see as vital during financial or economic turbulence. This case will almost certainly create a massive legal and political clash involving the limits of the president's power. If the courts side with Cook, they would uphold existing protections for Fed members which allow them to express resistance to pressure or influence from the White House. On the contrary, a victory for Trump would set President expanding presidential power over the central bank in tectonic fashion. The lawsuit comes at a delicate time as the Fed is dealing with several debates around interest rates, controlling inflation and maintaining financial stability, with Cook being heavily engaged in determining policy. Keep watching Ocean News.